Hey there, everybody. This is the Sleuthy teacher back today with another episode of Barbie Detective Mystery of the Carnival Caper. I just finished my playthrough of Nancy Drew, The Haunted Carousel, and these games have a lot in common, so I thought it would make sense to return to a game that is super nostalgic for me and play it directly after Nancy Drew Haunted Carousel. Let's go.
Becky and I had just graduated from the Detective Academy. We heard that there would be a fall charity carnival in town, and we were totally excited. We didn't know that we would get involved in our first big case. My name's Barbie, and I need you to help me solve the mystery of the Carnival Caper.
I love this game. This game is so much fun. So now Nancy's going to explain how we pick out our name for the case.
You'll need a junior detective badge. Find your name on the list and click the check mark when you're finished. To hear the name you have chosen, click on the speaker button. To play a saved game, click on the blue computer disc.
All right, so just like with the last time we played this game, we get to start by choosing our name for the case. Now, the last time I played this, I did not take the time to point out how wild some of the spellings for some of the names are in this game. So I wanted to show you a couple, specifically this one. So there we go. So QECPFCN. That's very unique. How do you say it?
Candlin. Candlin.
Wild. The voice actor that played Barbie in the games had to go through and record all of these different names and different variations of names so that they could be represented in the game, which is very cool. But oh my goodness, I can only imagine how much time it took to record all of those names. Last time when we played the game, we were Nancy, and I think we should stick with the Nancy Drew theme. So this time we are going to be playing as Bess.
Bess.
Let's get into it.
Okay, Becky, let's go over the facts. Ken disappeared the night before the charity carnival opened.
Wait a second, Barbie. Let's start at the beginning. Ken is the chairman of the charity carnival this year. The carnival opens tomorrow. Everyone thought it would be fun if he volunteered to go on stage for the magician's practice show. The magician sealed him in her mystical chamber, waved her hands around, and opened the box. The trick was great. Ken was gone. No one knew how she had done it.
We all thought the magician would bring him back right away. Everyone waited for him to reappear.
That's just it. The magician couldn't bring him back. The police have been looking frantically, but no one has a clue where Ken might be. And besides that, he had all of the charity money with him.
Ken and the charity money too. Becky, we've got to find him. Bess, we're glad you're here. You can help us find Ken. We've got a few tools that will help us do some super sleuthing. Remember to use your magnifying glass. With it, you can see special items that people have touched or tools that we can use. I'll take pictures of any clues we come across. This is the crime computer. It keeps track of the clues we find, the people we talk to, and the tools we have.
I can help you examine clues and reach you via the crime computer. I'll tell you everything I know about the stuff you find.
Yeah, Becky's a real cyber sleuth.
Okay, we can crack this case wide open.
Bess, with your help, we can save Ken and the carnival. Let's go. Bess, excellent.
Okay, Barbie's going to talk a lot, so I'm just going to talk over the top of her.
Let's take a shot of this
So we
one.
are going
We
to
might need it
try
later.
to find Ken, solve the case, get the charity money back, put the bad guy away, all in a day's work for
When you
Team
find a clue, check
Barbie
I think you found
Detective.
something.
Now, the reason
I'll
why
snap this
I
one.
am replaying
We
this
can look
game
it up in the crime
is
computer.
because
Look,
this game
a
is
secret
randomized and it's
passage.
different every
Let's
time
see
you
where it
play it.
leads.
There are multiple different suspects,
Okay,
multiple different
here's the
clues.
room
It
where
truly
Ken
is a
dis-
different experience every time you play it. And because I love this game so much and it holds so much nostalgia for me,
Best.
and I've had other people say the
Cool.
same,
A clue.
I decided why not play
picture
it
of
again.
this
I
might
mean,
come
I
in
went
handy.
through the effort of setting up a virtual box
What
on
is this?
my computer specifically
check the
so
crime
that I
computer.
could play this game. So if I sunk hours and hours into
This
getting
is
it set up,
great.
I
You found
should
a clue.
probably play it, you
We
know,
should take
more
lots of
than one
pictures of
time.
the clues we find.
So I apologize for talking over Barbie, but like I said in my
Becky
last
probably
playthrough,
knows
she
exactly
talks
what this
literally
is.
nonstop in this game. So if I had sat around and waited for her to stop talking, this game would have easily been like an extra 5 minutes long just because I was waiting for her to stop talking.
I know
So
that
anyway,
this is the
while I
last
was
place
explaining
anyone
everything,
saw
we
Ken.
uncovered
Let's
a
investigate.
caramel apple and a burger. So that clearly means that we need to go over to the concessions area. So we're gonna go and do that. Now, a little bit of a warning. Just because this game has multiple different culprits and
Good
everything like
sleuthing.
that does
What
not
have you
mean that
found?
we are guaranteed to get a
These
different
pictures can be
culprit
used as-
than the last time that I played this game. Like I said before,
Do
it
you
is
see
entirely
anything
random.
hidden near the popcorn machine?
So
A
we'll
clue.
find out if we get a new
Yes,
culprit
awesome.
when we reach the end of this game. So if it is the same culprit as the first time, I do apologize, but you will be able to see different exploration of different areas within the park. You'll get to see different clues, different puzzles. Well, not really puzzles because this game doesn't have any puzzles, but it will still look a lot different than the first playthrough. So really for this one, we're just playing for vibes. We're here, we're having fun. We're relaxing and getting to play a game that I discovered a lot of us played when we were younger.
Best. This
Something
is
that I
great
noticed
work.
that
Let's
a lot
take
of
a
people
closer
said
look.
was this was the game that a lot of us within the Nancy Drew community played before we got into the Nancy Drew game. So this was kind of our stepping stone into the other mystery games that we are very passionate about and we love so much. So we got a ticket for the carousel, so let's climb aboard and listen to an absolute jam and find out where we're going next. What a bop.
What in the world? I think I just saw our suspect running toward the rocket ride.
The rocket ride. Okay, well, let's go check that out then. I've said it once and I'll probably say it about 50 times as I'm playing through this game. This game, the soundtrack, the atmosphere, everything has so much nostalgia for me and so many memories, both good and terrifying. My sister and I would sit and play this game for hours when we were kids. And anytime we had someone come over to the
what's
house, we
that?
would sit and we would
I
all
think
gather
you
around the
found a
computer and
clue.
play this together.
I'll
So
snap this
playing this really is like getting to have a little bit of my childhood back, which is really, really great. I love the soundtrack so much that I found a copy of it on YouTube and I played it as work music for when my students were working. And at first, some of them were very contrary to listening to it
What
just
weird
off of the
stuff.
basis of
I'm
it's
sure
a
we'll
Barbie
find something in
soundtrack.
here.
But now every once in a while when they're working, they will request getting to listen to the soundtrack, which I think is really cool. Because let's admit it,
Do you
the
see Madame
soundtrack
Wanda
in this
around?
game
Maybe we
is
should try to find her.
A tier, if not superior tier. Like, oh my gosh, they did such a good job. Alright, so we found a hot dog, which means we have to go back to the concession stand. I have a feeling this playthrough is going to be concession stand heavy, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Bess! Super!
Okay,
A clue!
we have cards,
Let's
which
check it
means
out.
we need to go back to the magician stage and show area. So while we're moving around here, I apologize if you can hear wind or anything like that in this recording behind me. It is incredibly
magnifying
blustery
glass
here
will be
today,
great
which, you
here.
know, typical Midwestern winter that we're having. So yeah, if you're hearing that, I'm really sorry. I tried to find a spot that you couldn't hear it very well, but there's no escaping this wind, unfortunately. But I feel like I really shouldn't complain because we haven't gotten too much snow or anything like that this year,
Look
which
at
is
all
really
the extra
weird.
props.
But I'm also very okay with the fact that we haven't gotten a lot of
Excellent.
Oop,
What's
slide.
that? We
I'm also
should
okay
take
with the
lots
fact
of
that we
pictures of
haven't
the clues we find.
gotten a lot of snow this year
Awesome.
because last year
Crowbar.
our winter didn't decide to go away
Do
until
you recognize this?
like May.
I don't. Let's see if
It
there's
took
something in
forever,
the crime
so
computer.
I'm okay with having a mild winter, to be perfectly honest.
I wonder if there's
Okay,
a trap
so
door
we
or a secret
Have
entrance.
received a clue to the slide, which means that we may already be at our first culprit confrontation, which seems very soon, but I don't know, maybe because everything was so close together, we didn't have to waste so much time walking all over the park, maybe, possibly. Yep, there we go. I guess we are having our first culprit confrontation. So while I am catching up and
A
climbing
shadowy
onto the
figure.
slide and everything like
It
that,
might be the suspect.
I have to tell you
He's
this
gotten on
story.
that
So
crazy
I
slide.
introduced my niece to this game. She's the reason why I actually figured out how to get this game to work on my computer. She found out that we had a Barbie game and she desperately wanted to play it. So once I got it up and working, I sat down and I played it with her. And she has decided that any bad guy, regardless of the situation, game,
need to
anything
follow
like
our
that,
suspect on the
the
slide.
bad guy's name
Be super
is always
careful.
Big Booty
Don't
Judy.
take a wrong turn,
Like, that
or we
is the
might
bad
lose
guy's
him.
name. He is Big Booty Judy.
This slide is wild.
And we were playing the game, and the first time that she saw the culprit, rather than getting spooked and
Have you
scared,
got
which
him
is
in
what
sight?
my sister and I did when we first saw the culprit, she started yelling at the computer screen, "Hey, Big Booty Judy, you give me back my boyfriend!"
Bess,
What a
this
legend.
slide
This
is
kid,
totally
I tell
fast.
ya. This is also the same kid now that takes her flashlight and decides that we need to go hunting for Big Booty Judy in the
Have you got him in sight?
dark-ish areas of the house with her little flashlight, and then when we find Big Booty Judy, I have to pretend to grab Big Booty Judy and promptly kick them out of the
Hang
house.
on.
And she laughs the entire time. Well, to be young and have that kind of imagination, huh? So great.
We need to follow our suspect on the slide. Be super careful. Don't take a wrong turn.
We did it.
He got away. Wait a second. What's that? Look, it's all the charity money. Awesome.
Case closed.
Let's
We
get
don't
it
need to
back
find Ken.
Becky for safekeeping.
You two are amazing detectives. The charity committee will be so happy. You're really cracking this case.
Ah, shucks.
But we can't stop looking until Ken's back, safe and sound. Bess, let's get moving. Great. Now let's get him.
I don't understand why we need to be that close to Barbie's eye. That just seems
Where did
a
our
little
suspect
unnecessary.
go? Use your magnifying glass to
Okay,
follow
so
his
now we
trail.
have to get all the way back to the carousel. Not the carousel, the Ferris wheel, excuse me, so that we can see where our suspect went next. Here we are. Get ready for that awesome culprit music once again.
I might be mistaken, but I think I just saw someone running toward the souvenir shop. This must be where people buy the best. I think. I wonder if this is where people pick up their prizes. Okay, here's the room where Ken disappeared. There's got to be a clue back here. Cool. Check out the weird key we found. Cool. A clue. Pictures might help us solve the mystery. Wow. I had no idea this was here. I know that this is the last place anyone... Cool! The crime computer. Your magnifying glass will totally come in handy in this dark room. This clown stuff is everywhere, like someone was looking for something. We'll have to look around carefully. Hey, This is great! You found a clue! It's always useful to have a picture of the clue. We'd better get Becky. Good sleuthing. What have you found? Let's take a shot of this one. We might need it later. Would you please... Is that moving shadow a person?
Yikes!
Is that moving shadow a person?
It is, Barbie!
Check it out.
Never mind Midway Games, we have a bad guy to catch, guys. Big Booty Judy has to give us back our boyfriend.
We've got to go fast and bump that crook's boat with ours. Every time you hit a ramp on the swamp, we speed up.
I apologize if I offend anyone when I call the culprit Big Booty Judy. That was the creativity of a 4-year-old that had just kind of stuck. So, my apologies. It is not directed at any one person. I honestly think it was just because Booty and Judy rhyme. So that's how that name came about. It feels like this game is going really quickly. Okay.
Oh, hey! He got away! We were so close.
No, we really weren't, Barbie.
Wait a minute. Oh, wow! Bess, check this out. It looks like a videotape. Hey, it's got a security label on it.
And whoever watched it didn't rewind.
I wonder if this is important. We should try to find a VCR so we could play it.
All right, VCR time. So we'll check the VCR, but then we'll also go find that other clue, just so you can see that in game, because it is pretty fun.
Look at all the equipment. Wow, these numbers might be a code. Excellent.
The crime computer. Come on, work.
It's the suspect, and he's put Ken in a crate. And look at all the junk lying around. We've got to find him and get him out of there. Come on, let's go.
You've heard of Elf on the Shelf? This is Ken in the crate. Okay, well, we'll get to that eventually, but, you know, we have to check out the last clue that we didn't get to see because the culprit decided to play peekaboo at us from within the tunnel of love. So this is the area that last clue was alluding to.
Bess, click on a water flower
So what
to
you're
play the
supposed to do?
squirt game. Fill the frog's mouth with water.
Is you
Whoever
click the water,
fills his tummy
click
up
the
first
lily. Oh my
wins.
gosh, I'm not doing well. You click
If
the
you
lily
want to play the squirt game with your friends,
fill the frog.
use the shift
Oh, I'm
key,
gonna lose.
enter
Barbie, do
key,
worse.
and space bar to control each water flower. 3 of you can play at once.
Maybe I don't want to play this. This is embarrassing. Oh my gosh. There we go. I think Barbie's cheating. I don't know how, but she's cheating.
Bess,
Oh, I'm
awesome.
glad we did come
But
back.
what's that tied around his neck?
Well, good. At least we got a key. Not that we, you know, need it, but we have it now. Okay, so now that we checked that out and Barbie absolutely embarrassed me with her skill and my lack of skill, Let's go get Ken out of the box that he has found himself in. Please don't be here. Ah.
Hi there, young lady.
No.
I'm Bert Frank.
It might be a good idea to come back later.
It might be a good idea to come back
We should look
never.
around some more.
I'm sorry. If you're watching this playthrough wanting me to talk to the characters and everything like that, that's probably not going to be the playthrough for you. I can't be bothered to talk to them today. I just can't. Okay, so... here. Grab the crowbar.
Time for some cyber sleuthing.
And let's get Ken out of his predicament,
the
shall we?
crowbar. Ken, thank goodness. Let's get you somewhere safe.
Wow! I can't thank you all enough for getting me out of that jam.
But Ken, did you see anything? Was there more than one person?
He was blindfolded.
I was blindfolded, but it felt like we went all over the carnival. I tried to drop clues for you whenever we stopped.
Your plan worked, Ken. But someone else is leaving clues around the carnival, too.
Sounds like someone on the inside is trying to help us out. Any ideas?
Not yet. This mystery keeps getting bigger. Let's go. Did you see which way our suspect went? Try to pick up his trail with a
He
magnifying
went
glass.
this way. I'm surprised at how quickly this playthrough is going. I mean, time flies when you're having fun, but it feels like it's going by really fast. The toughest one. Okay. This one right here was the one that freaked me out all the time. And sometimes my computer doesn't like letting me play this one, so I don't know if it's going to let us do this or not. We'll find out.
We can
Yeah,
get
see.
our bummer. I really thought we had him.
Even my computer is like, you
Where
know
did
what?
our
This
suspect
culprit
go?
confrontation
Use
is
your
not
magnifying
necessary.
glass to
Hard
follow his trail.
pass. Okay, slide it is.
Hey, a shadowy figure.
Dun
It
dun
might be the
dun.
suspect. And he's got
It
on
might
that
be the
crazy
suspect.
slide.
Who else is running around like that all over the park? The Tooth Fairy? Cheeky Barbie. Okay, let's catch Big Booty Judy once and for all, shall we?
Whoa, we're flying now.
Yeah, we are.
Bess, have you got him in sight?
Almost juked me there. Did you see that?
Awesome. Bess, have you got him in sight? You're jamming.
Yeah, we're jamming.
We need to follow our suspect on the slide. Be super careful. Don't take a wrong turn, or we might lose him. This slide is wild. Have you got him in sight?
All right, here we go. Hey, Big Booty Judy. You gimme back my boyfriend.
Hold it right there. You're not going anywhere. It's all over. You're busted. No way. That was tough. I never would have suspected Mr. Franklin.
Me either. But there's a logical explanation.
There sure is. Mr. Franklin wasn't interested in helping the charity. He was just interested in getting the cash for himself.
Which I would have gotten just fine, no thanks to you meddling kids.
So he wasn't concerned about Ken at all.
Kidnapping Ken was just to distract everyone from the real target, the money.
He just wanted to frighten everyone into thinking Ken was gone, so no one would pay attention to the missing money.
But who in the world was leaving those extra clues around?
I think I know who our secret helper is. Thanks for all your help, Artie. You're a real friend.
Well, chalk one up for Team Barbie Detective. We hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, don't disappear for too long.
Oh, Ken!
Oh, Ken. All right, and I think that is going to be a wrap for another episode of Barbie Detective. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to play another round of Barbie Detective, and also let me know if you prefer to have Barbie interview the suspects. This time when I played it, I kind of did it more in a speed run type format. I didn't really talk to any of the suspects or anything like that. But if that's something that you would like me to do, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to record another playthrough, and if that is what the group would like me to do, I'd be more than happy to do it. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Join me next week as we return back to Nancy Drew, and we go into Nancy Drew number 9, Danger on Deception Island. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and until next time, thanks for watching, and stay sleuthy.